I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I have been getting into their games recently, namely Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order, and they've made me want to build something Star Wars themed. So for this month, I've decided I'm going to be building the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk in Minecraft. This build is coming along really well, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. This tree village looks amazing, and all these mountains with their foliage really make this come together. I have some really big plans for this video, but to start off, I'm going to be adding some more foliage to this mountain. Adding all the grass and trees to these mountains is probably my favorite part of this project, because it really makes this project feel like it's coming together. Now that we have some more foliage added to this area, and it's looking a lot better, we can finally get to this big project I have planned for this video, which is building a giant tree in this big open field. So let's start off by making the trunk. So to make this trunk, I used the same process as I did for these mountains, using sand to shape it, and then changing it all to jungle wood. I really like the way it turned out, and it gives you a good idea for the scale of this tree, and how much bigger it's going to be than everything else around it. This tree is going to be massive, and I know it's looking a little more like a mountain made of wood right now than it is a tree. So for the next step, I'm going to be adding branches to this trunk to make it look a little more like a tree. So for these branches, I used the World Edit brushes with jungle wood, and they look alright. They look a little more like spaghetti noodles than I would have liked, and they're a little on the small side, but that's alright, and I still think they look really good anyway. I know this tree is looking a little awkward right now, but hopefully adding some leaves to it will make it come together and look a little bit better. I'm not completely happy with how this tree turned out. I think I got the scale right with the trunk and the branches, but the canopy is a little bit off and not as full as it should be. I don't really have the time to make alterations to this tree, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Regardless of that though, I still think this tree looks pretty good. This tree is massive, and it completely dwarfs everything around it. Some of the stuff about it is a little off, but I still think it looks pretty good. So to finish off this video, I'm gonna add some more foliage to the rest of this area around the tree. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this process of adding trees and grass to this area is probably my favorite part of this project, because it really makes this project feel like it's coming together. I still have a lot of work left in this project, and I'm probably going to start the next part off by adding some more foliage to a large portion of this build, and that's what most of the last part is going to be, adding finishing details to everything. I want to add something like an AT-AT somewhere in this build, or maybe something else from Star Wars. So if you have any last minute suggestions on what I should add to this build, then make sure to leave those in the comments section below. But that's going to be it for this video, so as always, don't forget to keep building.